Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. And if you're new here, my name is Ayanfe Ayeni, and feel free to join my little family by subscribing to my channel and turn on my post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. With that said, let's get straight into today's video. I have a special guest here, my mom. I'm inviting her on my channel for the third time. And in this video, she's going to be giving you guys relationship advice by answering questions that we have for her today. Okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready. You're always putting me on hot seat. I don't know why. It's my pleasure being here again.
Wait, before we start, I want to say something. I want you to forget the fact that I'm 16. For this conversation, just imagine that I'm 18.
You're not yet 18.
Just imagine. You don't need to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
We're both adults.
No, you're still a child.
What is the appropriate level of intimacy before marriage?
You know, people who are planning to get married are already adults. They're no more they're not 16 or 18. At least they will be like from 20 and above. So at that time, they need to talk about so many things, like their finances, and they should be open to each other.
But when we say intimacy,
like sex,
not necessarily sex, but things around that circle. So should we be intimate before marriage, or if yes, what level should we go to? Is it just hugging, or
yes, you can
kissing,
you can
or
kiss, you can hug, but as Christians, you're not supposed to have sex before marriage. So you can really be intimate, spend time together, but not having sex like you are married. Yes, at least you should have something you're looking forward to in marriage. So you can go out together, go to the beach, spend time together.
Is it wrong for a couple to live together before marriage?
You can't call people a couple when they are not yet married. No, they're not a couple. I think it's after marriage you can refer to two people as a couple.
Okay.
So they shouldn't live together, because if you live together, so many things will start happening, like having sex and all that. And I know that there are people who have made that mistakes in the past and they never got married. Wow. So you can spend weekend together, you can travel together, come back,
but not live together.
Not live together permanently.
But then some people say that before you marry somebody, you should at least live with them for a while, so you can understand how the person lives and you can know if you can spend the rest of your life with someone married. What do you say to that?
Well, when you sleep together, you open yourself to temptation. And living together is different from like spending time together.
Okay. Living
together means that you have moved your things to the boy's house or to a certain location, and you permanently are there. If you are working, you are going to work, coming back there, but you are not legally married.
But she can spend
weekends together, maybe
3 days together, travel together, go to a resort.
They are together, but with that you understand that so many things will be open.
How young is too young to be in a romantic relationship?
For you to say you want to go into any relationship at all, you must be at least 18. You have to 18, at least 18.
At least 18.
Yes.
So
because you need maturity.
But there's some people that are emotionally, mentally, spiritually mature before 18.
Yeah, there are people like that, but that does not mean that you'll be able to handle everything, about relationship. You still have a long way to go, so you don't need to rush into it.
What's the difference between a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old?
365 days.
So to everybody watching this video, if you're not 18, don't enter inside a relationship.
Advise you. Going into a relationship, it's a lot. It's not bread and butter that you just jump in and jump out. So take your time and do it reasonably.
Is it wrong to break up with your boyfriend or your partner if he or she should cheat once, and then how many chances should you give your partner?
It depends on the two people.
Okay.
Because there could be a mistake, or it could be intentional. Like some people have this background issue that they're not disciplined. They can't stick to one relationship and just be honest with it. So if you find yourself in such a situation, I think you can forgive once. And if the thing should repeat itself, then you should think twice, because that means it's going to be
a problem.
It will be a problem, could be arbitrary and may be difficult to change, and then you don't want to continue, getting upset and not feeling secured all the time. And by the time you are now married, it becomes a very big issue.
With trust and everything.
Once trust is lost, so it degenerates into so many things that couple may not be able to handle.
What are the biggest problems in a relationship or a marriage?
The biggest problem is communication.
Yeah, communication.
People should communicate, talk about things that are happening around them. But sometimes you find out that people don't open up. You are in marriage or you are in a relationship, and then you still have your bestie, that it's the person you talk to about personal issues.
The person you're with should be your best friend. Should be the first person to know when there's something going on. Because they're the one that has to face it with you.
Yes.
So they should know firsthand.
They should know firsthand. So communication to me is the biggest issue. The most challenging thing. People should communicate. They should be open, and you should be you shouldn't pretend. When you are with your partner, you should just be open, and you should be able to discuss anything.
When is the right time to discuss marriage with your partner?
Depends on the two parties. If they are really matured, they can discuss marriage. After coming together, a few months after knowing each other, and then you know that okay, we are friends and we really want to have a relationship. We're open to live our life together as a couple, and then so you can discuss marriage few months after. Personally, okay, what's personally?
Personally, I feel that you should discuss marriage in the first month, because if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're in the relationship to marry the person now. You're not in the relationship for fun. Both of you should know at the beginning of the relationship what you're getting into. So it's not that few months later you are thinking that okay, I found a life partner. The other person is thinking that this was just main time until I meet my final life partner. So you should have that conversation at the beginning of the relationship, that okay, what are we getting into? Is this a lifetime thing, or is it just for the moment? That's what I feel. It may not be the first week, but at least the early moments of the relationship.
You should know from the onset. But won't it look like you are eager or you are desperate?
No. You just have the conversation that it's not like I want to get married in the next 5 months or the next 9 months. But I just want to know. Yes, I just want to know the amount of commitment, the amount of things you are going to invest into the relationship. Because if you are dating someone and you're not going to marry the person, there's a level to which you would relate to the person. There's some things you won't tell the person.
Exactly.
So you need to know what
from the beginning.
Exactly. So you can know how.
I agree with you. You have a point there.
Can long distance relationship work for a young couple? And if yes, how can they, manage it? When I say young couple, maybe they may not be married yet though.
It can, yes. You
or
can
their
have
early
long
marriage
distance relationship.
Okay.
But you should know at some point both of you have to come together. Okay, for instance, maybe somebody is in school somewhere and somebody is working somewhere, but the plan of the two people should be at a certain stage of our life we are coming together. So it shouldn't be like everlasting.
You should know when next.
You should know when meet. Like you should have a certain time, like 6 months, 1 year,
I'll
or
see
2
you
years,
in December,
or then we are coming
together. Okay.
Yes. So not so, but then you should communicate very often, communicate all the time,
every day
video
calls.
You shouldn't be too busy to pick your call. You shouldn't be too busy to reply messages, because once your messages are delayed, you know, so many things start going on in the mind of
the other person. That what's this person doing? Why isn't he replying me? Even if you're busy, you know that, okay, I can't reply you right now, just leave a message.
Exactly.
Good morning, I'm going to be having a busy day today, I'll talk to you in the evening.
Yes, I have meetings,
have a lovely
I have
day.
classes.
So explain, don't just disappear.
Don't just assume that he understands.
Yes,
you should communicate that, and you should show love more, like sending gifts. Communication is the major thing, so but you show love more too.
Okay, what do you do when you easily catch and lose feelings?
Take your time before saying you like somebody or you want to go into a relationship with someone, because you may meet somebody and, you know, at first sight you crush over that person, but the person may not really be what you really want. So you need to take your time, study the person before you jump into it, because by the time you jump into it, then you realize that, oh, this person is very lousy.
Yes.
Or this person is
not what I'm looking for in a partner.
It irritates me, you know, those kind of things. So take your time before getting committed.
I feel if you're having this kind of problem, then that means you're not ready for a relationship.
Definitely.
Because once you're in a relationship with somebody, you have eyes for only that person. You may meet somebody that is better than that person, but because you know that I'm committed to this person, you don't even give.
You really like that person.
You don't give any other person the opportunity. So once you don't have that discipline, and that means you're not ready for a relationship, and you should stay away. So you don't be
embarrassing yourself,
putting your mouth up and down. Just calm down and wait for the
appropriate time and the appropriate person.
This one is deep. Does true love really exist, especially in Nigeria?
Oh my God. Yes, true love exists even in Nigeria. Definitely. There are people who have been married for 65 years, 58 years, and they're still in love. I went for a birthday party. A 90-year-old man, and he was still kissing his wife at the birthday party, and you know, so there is true love. It's just that recently a lot of people hop into relationship and they're not ready for it. So, but there really is true love, and it still exists in Nigeria and all over the world, and people can really still have true love. Shouldn't be any fear of not having true love because somebody's relationship failed. No, that shouldn't be a standard or a criteria for judging. Okay, because this is happening generally now and it's so rampant, then you're moving away. No, it's not going to be like that for you.
I have some additional questions that just popped during the conversation.
Okay.
So what do you think about a large age gap between two people, like 6-7 years?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing. Generally, because girls mature faster than the boys, so I believe that the boys should be a little bit more matured and ready. Like for instance, a 21-year-old girl going into a relationship with a 21-year-old boy, you may not be mentally prepared
even financially.
Ready. Even financially, you know, you may still be
trying to settle down, sort things out for himself. But the 21-year-old girl could have had that master's and started working, and she's like ready. So you have to weigh the situation. But having that age gap is not bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's even better.
So that's actually all. Do you have anything to say to your viewers? Any additional relationship advice? What do you have to say to them?
Yes, I just want to say that, you know, sometimes parents believe that it has to be, like I also had that issue that, okay, when you're in school, you should just focus, you shouldn't have a male friend and all that. But now it's not so, because it could even be as early as maybe 15 or 16, you're having a friend, and you know that friendship is leading somewhere. And so I've seen people that they even met in secondary school, although not with the intention, like you said, that from day one you talk about it, but they were just friends, and they were just friends. But at certain points the friendship led to a certain conversation of sitting together, like, I think I like you. So you should be open-minded, and you don't think that it's at a particular age or time that you're going to make that person you desire to spend the rest of your life with. And when you get into the relationship, do everything within your power at your best to make it work out.
Thank you for watching this video. Thank you, mommy, for coming on my channel. So this is the third video that I'm making with my mom. If you've not watched the first two, you should go check it out. If you want more videos with my mom, comment so we can keep bringing her back.
Wow, thank you.
Okay, so bye.
Bye.